Okay, from Search Engine Land, from Greg Sterling, a great resource out there. There's a study. 11 voice search ranking factors have been analyzed. Tom, what are we talking about here?
So Backlinko did a study. Brian Dean and I forget his partner,
The other guy.
the other guy. It was in this article. It's a little further down, but they studied 10,000 results. I guess they did it one by one. I'm not sure how you do it in bulk, but 10,000 results of voice search results, and so there's 11 key factors that they wanted to highlight. I'll pull up his study here, not the Search Engine Land article. One, page speed appears to play a major role in voice search. Having your website secure on HTTPS. 70% of all Google Home results were on HTTPS websites.
No way, really.
Google prefers short, concise answers. Typical voice search is only 29 words in length. He said schema may not play a key role in voice search rankings. Authoritative domains tend to produce voice search results significantly more than non-authoritative domains. Content with high levels of social engagement tend to perform well in voice search. The average voice search result has 1,199 Facebook shares and 44 tweets.
Wow.
Easy to read content may help with voice search. The average Google search result is written at a 9th grade level, which is good for Noah. We found very few voice search results had the exact query in their title tag, so that your title tag doesn't matter as much. The average word count of a voice search result page is 2,312 words.
Wow.
Which I thought was interesting. Content that ranks highly in desktop search is also very likely to appear as a voice search answer. And then appearing in a featured snippet may help you rank in voice search. 40% of all voice search answers came from a featured snippet. So this is a very lengthy study. He links to the Backlinko article Greg Sterling links it to the Backlinko article. But if you find out, go to backlinko.com. The full study is there, and it's a very lengthy article. So lots of good information in there to peruse through.
Absolutely, absolutely, and we'll make sure that we let our audience know that's on Facebook that you can certainly ask questions of us as we're having our broadcast today, because that's how we roll. But Phil, what do you think about voice search?
I think well, it's really interesting. First of all, second of all, you asked somebody 3, 4, maybe 5 weeks ago. I think a lot of us, including myself, would have probably said, "Hey, we have a feeling that structured data and schema is going to play a role in this." I still think it's early. Some of these studies seem like they might be a little bit early because so few websites that we run across are actually implementing, structured data and schema on their sites. That I think it might be a little bit early to say that's not, or it might not maybe manifest itself in the studies, because the whole purpose of it really is to add context, to Google behind what's actually posted there, so that they can, extract more meaning and things like this to essentially hopefully be able to pull that stuff into search through search results and more rich types of content like voice search. So to me, I think it's a little early to look at that and say there's no relationship between voice and structured data, because so few websites I think have actually deployed it out there yet. But we'll see. It's really interesting to start looking at it, but I guess my input on that is that it just seems a little bit early for some of these studies, but I'm glad people are doing it.
Yeah. You're going to see some more standardization and some of the outliers kind of push away. But what was amazing is the count, the word count, on average over 2,000 words.
Yeah,
that's striking, and that you start thinking about that's bookmarkable content. That's some good deep content that people put a lot of time, invested a lot of time in. Outside of schema, I think you're right. Schema has a direct connection with voice search, but on top of it. I think we're kind of converging in. I mean, we've got the knowledge panel, and we've got the rich snippets out there. We've got shareable content. We've got these really deep articles that are valuable, and voice search is going to go that same direction. It's just going to need a little bit of helping hand, because it does need some handrails to actually understand more about that content from a voice relativism standpoint, right?
And some of that, I can't remember if it's that article or another one I was reading, and I think Tom went through some of this as well, how the voice result is different a lot of times from the featured snippet that Rich is coming up. And to me, that presents a little bit of a problem in that the blind guy sees one thing and the deaf guy sees something else. That just doesn't work long term. I think there's got to be some way where you see that calibrated a little bit more. And that's the one interesting thing I think that we've seen. I don't think we've seen in the last, if you've been doing this for 5 or 10 or 15 years, The way that they roll stuff out into the wild now is just, you see stuff in like moving all the time. So I think this stuff is one of the examples that's really kind of in flux, and it's like you're seeing the things that work stick and other things roll
Yep.
off.
Yep.
And this is one of those areas we're probably going to see a lot of it.